Hey guys, this is Pooja Gupta. Welcome to Media Mentor. This is a segment in conversation with, wherein various media professionals will be joining me to have a conversation on a lot of media profiles like advertisement, journalism, talking about photography, filmmaking, radio jockey, anchoring, and a lot of these things. It's gonna be a fun conversation as well as informative. So today is the first video of In Conversation With, and I have a special guest who is popularly known as AJNAIK. He is a photographer, owns his own production house, and a photography professor also. He teaches photography in various colleges. So let's dive into AJNAIK's profile. His website is quite impressive. And for all the details, you can definitely visit ajnaik.com. You'll find about him all the details, his contact, and where he did his masters from, what all have his background, and impressive clients, must say. Let's start the conversation with AJNAIK. Freelancer, and also you have your own production company, and we all know that entertainment, advertising, and photography industry have got a big hit. Because you guys had a lot of site work and offline work, and then it comes to online that we all see the byproduct. So what do you think what is your analysis on the whole thing, that how the industry going to be for next 6 months? What are the difficulties?
Okay. Initially, when this whole thing happened, there was a sort of a lot of scared people running around as to what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But as the time has passed by, the industry people and workers and everything, they have come to certain norms as to how we need to function now in terms of physical functioning of our industry.
Okay.
So they have come up with a lot of norm as to how an ad film will be shot, or how many people should be on board, or when is it required to shoot. So, which also was happening previously, but now they are going to be very strict about the fact, considering health is a major factor at the moment. For next 6 months, I would say it's kind of haywire. I cannot be very sure as to what would happen. There would be a lot of wait in terms of getting all these things in position for making any film or shooting any ad. We need to be taking care of a lot of things which are still we are not yet equipped, is what I feel, in terms of having all the equipments to maybe sanitize yourself or anything. These industry people are taking care of that. My production house is there, is looking into these matters, where we can install certain sanitation chambers which would be there before the production, anyone would enter our studio. So these are things who are taken care in terms of considering the physical end of it. And while the work part is required, everyone is sitting at home trying to learn new things.
Yeah, true.
And picking up on new skills, and of course they know that down the line 6 months or 8 months, industry is going to start and people are going to start working, and we need to be ready. Only thing the difference would be is the change from what there was prior in the industry and now pre-COVID and post-COVID. The industry would be different in the working pattern. So we need to understand, we need to understand that and be ready for ourselves to then be work in the industry.
Yeah. What about the financial changes? What do you think that people will be really careful, or there'll be the budget will decrease? What do you think that how it will be an economy shift? How the whole financials will change now?
So let's say for initial next 3 or 4 months, if you're talking about 3 or 4 months, there is a lot of budget constraints. So if anyone today, I would say, ask anyone for any kind of budget, there would be no money, considering there is a lot of other things that has happened fast. But over the period, there would be budgets that would be coming out. They need to make films, they need to make ads. They know that these are very important things that need to be in the market. So marketing, advertising, or doing any sort of promotion is very important for your brand. So they cannot take these things lightly. They would have to invest their time, their money into it. Yes, right now if you look at it, you find everywhere that there's no budget.
A lot of constraint.
Lots of constraints are there, but you need to realize it's just about right now. I don't think this is with the period. With time, it's going to change. Things are going to improve. And I think, looking for better.
Do you think the product photography or the marketing or the advertising photographers, because as you mentioned the verticals, wedding requires, like wedding photographers will require wedding to happen. But when you talk about advertising, you can, I guess, do a product photography at home and send it to your client, right?
Correct.
So the whole question was about that the photographers can start looking for, doing a product photography or the e-commerce one, wherein, they will get some source of income, or, the job where there's a high demand, where there will be a high demand, because of course all the social media, everything needs a photography to do an ad, right?
So I'll explain you in terms of how a client understands. If, for example, let's consider Nike. Nike being a brand, they won't shoot product, they won't use shoes and do a product shoot. If they want to shoot, they want to show an ad, they would use a model or a human element. So far, I'm talking about so far, they've used a model or a human element to do the shoot. Now, post-COVID, they would be figuring out a way wherein they would be showing these products again, but in a new light. Now these lights can be doing product shoot, or can be again using models. During this time, models is going to be there, people are going to be there, product is going to be there. So maybe if you're talking about product increase in product shoot in coming 6 months, yes, there would be increase. I don't see a major increase. Maybe there is a certain level, but you also need to understand that people were already doing it. There are people in that field who are being shooting, let's say for Amazon, Intra, or any other field. There are already photographers who are working on that vertical and already being hired for that. So to go into that market and make your name and money out of it, that is going to take time. In such situation, people would be hiring those professionals who have already done certain kind of work, not someone new. So he can make some new work or something like that. People would be open to exploring, but again, many bigger clients will stick to what they know exactly and who are the people who can deliver within short time and within the current scenario.
Tell me one thing, as a photographer, what do you think is the new skill which will be really considered as must have? I mean, any skill knowledge in terms, or any software knowledge in terms.
So with photography or ad making, filmmaking, you would have to have a lot of technical knowledge now. There have been ads of a couple of brands where they have the filmmakers have not even got the people, the actors. They have just directed from their place and the whole thing was shot. So now the filmmaker needs to have an idea of what equipment is there, what gear does that actor has, how will this give you the best quality, how I need to figure things out around that. So you need to have the knowledge of what you have with you to create something. So that would be a huge factor considering coming a few years down the line. Because you won't get what you have, what you want all the time. You would have to work with something. You have to work with the limitations. With the limitation that is there. And to work that way, you need to be prepared, or you need to practice, or you need to be knowing about all those technologies that is coming to play. There was a shoot that happened in with a fashion magazine where they sent a drone to do a photo shoot of a model, and the model was sitting on the terrace and the photo shoot was done from the top, and they have put it on the magazine's cover. So even this is happening, wherein a fashion photographer is sitting at home and he's directing the whole thing while a drone goes on top of that model. And the
that's quite interesting.
So if this knowledge is not photographer doesn't have, then how would he make something like that? that is not it is currently required. So yeah, we have to maybe develop the time and bring our skills to them.
So, hope you got a lot of information and insight about how the post-COVID phase for photography and production looks like. We have a part 2 of this video as well on how the photography course or the study will look like post-COVID, or how the students will be reacting on. So stay tuned for that video as well. And guys, if you have any questions related to photography and want to connect to AJNAIK, please write in the comment below. I will pass on the question to him, or I'll let him answer your question on the comment below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video in Conversation With.